All right, so it's now the third week of the strike. It's day 11, it's Monday, and I'm just wondering who you are.
Hi, my name's Sarah Clapham. I'm a second-year Masters of Divinity student at the Acadia Divinity College up the hill.
Now, I understand you're actually still taking classes right now. Can you explain why you're still in class?
That's right. We've been in class the entire time the strike is on because our faculty at Acadia Divinity College are in a different faculty union than the larger faculty of Acadia University.
Was there any pressure on that faculty to join this faculty?
There wasn't any pressure because the basic understanding was, as it was 4 years ago when the strike was on, was that our union, being a separate union, they were happy with the way things are, and the Acadia University Union was really good in understanding that they didn't have the same issues or want to protest the same thing that the Acadia University faculty is striking for.
Do you know offhand how many students are actually in the Div College?
So in total, there's only just over 100 students at Acadia.
All right. Well, what do you think of the strike in general so far?
The first 2 weeks, I thought, go for it, guys. Stand up for what you believe in, and I hope you get what you want. But this is the beginning of the third week, and my concern at this point is for the Acadia student population on the university campus, and I'm really worried now that it's gone on to the third week that your courses are actually going to be affected, because it's gone on for so long at this point.
Was it ethical for them to have gone on strike?
I think they feel it was. Really, in comparison to universities across the country, if you look at it, they're not getting the kind of financial support that they deserve as university faculty. Again, my concern is that they didn't have enough concern for how it would affect the students, and on that end of the spectrum, I think they didn't really think it through and think, okay, if we're on strike for 3 weeks or 4 weeks or a month or however long, how's this going to affect the students that we're really supposed to be here for? Their concern at this point is still for themselves, and whether that's ethical or not, I think they need to start taking into consideration how this is affecting the students they're here to teach.
Any other last comments about the strike to whoever may be listening?
You know what? I really think that it's gone on long enough. I think it's time to really sit down seriously at the table and say, okay, how can we compromise? How can we bring this to an end? Because we're here to teach. We're not here to get, the big buck. And right now, that's not happening. Nobody's getting educated, and their money's going down the tube. They may not be making the money that they want, but the money that the students paid in to get an education is not being used because the faculty are on strike for so long.
Well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
I'm Carolyn Thomas, and this is my first year at Acadia for theater.
And I'm Zadie. I'm a second-year theater student.
All right, well, I'm just wondering what you guys think of the strike in general. It's the third week now.
It's ridiculously crazy and boring, and a waste of time and money.
I understand why they're striking, but I am completely bored, and I feel like I'm losing my theater classes because there's no way I can study it on my own.
Do you think it was ethical for the faculty to have gone on strike?
Yeah, I think they had to support their beliefs. I had the feeling a lot of the faculty did not want to do the strike.
But it was necessary.
Yeah.
I think they voted 85% in favor of the strike, but who's to say?
It was a huge favor for the strike, and I think that shows how badly they needed it.
Yeah, it's too bad I can't talk to them directly about this. I'm just wondering if you guys have any other messages about the strike to whoever else may be listening.
I just want to say I came to Acadia from Alberta. Like, me and my husband moved here because of the small class sizes and because of the, really personal teaching. And I'm really sad to hear that it might be gone. And if it is gone, I will seriously be considering leaving Acadia for my second year.
Yeah, I agree. I came from Bermuda, and I'm paying $14,000 in tuition, and I'm not going to classes, and it's a waste of my time and money. And I prefer to be learning.
Both you girls have come here to Acadia from far away, and I'm just wondering if, did you guys know about the potential of the strike before you came?
Not at all. And had I known, I wouldn't be here. It's not fun at all.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like, I came in the summer for a campus tour. I didn't hear about the strike till I was here. And I seriously I would have considered not coming in if I'd known they were going to strike.
Now there's, you know, an opinion out there that it was up to the students, the onus was on the students to have researched this, not, you know, just expecting to be told. What do you think to that opinion?
I think that's crap. I think the university was putting their best face forward and didn't want to scare the new students by letting leak of a possible strike deal. I mean, what was I supposed to do? Research to find out they struck 3 years ago? Like, how far do we go when we're looking at schools?
All right, well, thank you.
My name is Janet Ross. I'm the manager here at Cajuns clothing store at Acadia University.
All right, well, it's the third week now of the strike, and I'm just wondering what you think of it in general.
I guess the best word would be frustrating a little bit. It's affecting a lot of different things other than just students. Student traffic here in the Student Union building is very quiet, but affecting me in a lot of different ways as far as the business here. Being a new manager, it makes it a little bit challenging to be able to establish sales records or sales assessments and that kind of thing. To be able to, I've had to cut back a lot of hours for the staff. They were getting about 6 to 10 hours a week. They're now getting 4 each, and so it's cut back hours in the evenings. I'm not open on Wednesdays anymore. So it's affecting a lot of different things and a lot of different aspects. Do I agree, disagree? I don't really have a strong enough opinion one way or the other. I see both sides, but it's getting to the frustration aspect now.
So was it ethical for them to have gone on strike?
Ethical. I see that they've had a lot of flexibility in their work as well, and money is one really good aspect to be able to establish worth and appreciation in a job, but there's other aspects as well, and I see that they are living in a small community, small class sizes. So ethical, I think it was their only choice. I don't think that they would have been taken seriously any other way. I do think that they've tried every other avenue, and this was just sort of the last choice. This was not their first choice to be able to walk out. So I think it was their final choice.
Any other last messages about the strike to whoever may be listening?
Hang in there. It's not going to. I have to believe that the students are not going to lose their job, simply because I think everybody, depending on what side of the fence you're sitting on, realizes that if the students lose their year, be it first year, second year, or master's students, it's going to have an incredible ripple effect that will last not only into 2007, but many, many years to come. So I think everybody knows that, regardless of the side they're sitting on, and I have to believe that they're working very hard for the students to get back and get everything sort of back to normal. That's what I have to believe. Thank you.
It's kind of tough to know right now what's going on with this blackout, though, eh? So.
Yeah, and that's frustrating. I like to hear in the AVR updates every once in a while, even though they didn't say much, they said something. So, anyways, we'll just stay positive.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just wondering who you are.
I'm Doug Herget. I'm a mature student. Live in Wolfville.
All right, it's the third week of the strike. I'm just wondering what you think of it in general.
Well, I'm working away at my own speed, trying to keep up with my readings, trying to write some of the papers, but I'm in a position now where I need direction, I need some help, I need some guidance, and I don't know when that's going to be available.
Of course, you can't get guidance right now. You can't directly speak to your teacher, can you?
Well, I haven't tried, and I presume I can't. With the strike, I'm sure that's not appropriate.
Do you think it was ethical for them to have gone on strike?
Oh dear. Ethical. Well, people have a right to strike. They have a right to state their position on issues. I'm not really equipped to answer off the cuff. I think one would have to study the declining enrollment. One would have to study the financial situation of the university. And I think that's something the faculty and the administration and particularly the Board of Governors should be working on. They're negotiating right now, but it's not just now, but year-round, and each year there should be some forum for working out what's the best balance of faculty and costs and how much administration the university needs or doesn't need.
Yeah, it is pretty multi-sided, and we like to think that maybe things could have been talked about before it got to this point, but
one would assumed that these kinds of negotiations were going on, but apparently they weren't, or we wouldn't have a strike.
Any other last messages about the strike to whoever may be listening?
Well, I guess my only thing is to suggest to everybody to keep working and keep positive, and the sky isn't falling. Life will go on, and we'll get through it.
For sure. Thank you so much.
Okay.